What is going on, everyone? My name is Deltah and welcome back to another Division 2 video. In this video, we're going to be discussing the impact of reintroducing incursions into the Division 2 and how these new incursions have the potential to shake up the Division 2's endgame. Incursions are one of the most anticipated pieces of content to be coming to the Division 2 in Year 5 Season 2, which is primarily why they've been on my mind recently, and I wanted to break down how they can have a good impact on the game. So if that sounds interesting to you, please be sure to leave me a like and subscribe for more Division 2 content. According to YouTube's analytics, only about 7% of my viewers are actually subscribed, so please be sure to subscribe for more Division 2 content if you've been enjoying it. It always helps me out. Thanks. So in anticipation of the release of Incursions in Year 5 Season 2, I decided to look into the background of Incursions in the Division franchise. Throughout the life cycle of Division 1, there were 4 incursions: Falcon Lost, Clear Sky, Dragon's Nest, and Stolen Signal. When these were released, each of these missions rewarded top tier loot. I believe Falcon Lost was the way to get Sentry's Call and Striker, Dragon's Nest was the way to get Alpha Bridge, and so on. Later, these missions were changed to drop all different types of loot, not just a particular gear set, but regardless of the rewards, each one of these missions were some of the most difficult content that the game had to offer. On top of the challenge, each one of these missions has its own unique setting, feel, and style, which was part of the reason that these modes were so successful in the Division 1. For these reasons, these missions are looked back on fondly by the community because of their uniqueness. So I have prepared a list of the main qualities of the incursions in the Division 1, essentially what made them so successful, and the potential benefits to the endgame of the Division 2 if implemented correctly. So first on the list is Endgame Challenge. Incursions in the Division 1 were known for their difficulty and complexity, essentially requiring players to tackle formidable enemies, in the case of Falcon Lost, and intricate mechanics. Some of these incursions certainly were more difficult than others considering when they were released. Before patch 1.3 in the Division 1, the game was certainly considered to be much more difficult, particularly in the case of incursions. In the case of Falcon Lost at its release, it was much more focused on survival of the waves of enemies and coordinating a simple mechanic, whereas in the last incursion, Stolen Signal, the enemies were slightly easier to deal with due to classified builds, but the mechanics were more difficult and required more team collaboration. Based on the Division 2's track record, I feel that the incursion coming in Year 5 Season 2 is definitely going to be more aligned with the difficulty paradigm of Stolen Signal from the Division 1. I find it really hard to believe that it's going to be just a simple damage check with very minimal mechanic focus, so that's why I think that. The good thing about the Division 2 is that the difficulty of the game is priced in, so to speak, as the game feels very good to play and enemies die relatively quickly on heroic with a good build and a coordinated squad. The Division 2 has the potential to benefit by bringing these challenging encounters back to the game, as it provides seasoned players with a fresh level of difficulty and a complexity beyond regular missions and activities. And considering the fact that the raids are so old and there's not been anything really new to satiate these hardcore PvE players, so therefore hardcore players who have completed most of the existing endgame content may find incursions as a new and exciting challenge, keeping them engaged and motivated to continue playing the game by mastering both the mechanics knowledge and build proficiency. Nostalgia and player appeal. The Division 1 holds a special place in the hearts of many who enjoyed its unique gameplay and setting. Reintroducing incursions taps into this nostalgia and creates a sense of familiarity that can attract former Division 1 players back to the Division 2. Additionally, players who never really got a chance to play incursions in the Division 1 may be more enticed to check out the game now that incursions are returning because they heard about them in Division 1 and now they want to try them out in the brand new game with their friends, or even LFG them. I don't know exactly how it could be done, perhaps through marketing and or branding, but the Division 2 has a potential way to increase their reach based on the nostalgia factor of incursions. Team play and cooperation. Incursions in the Division 1 emphasize the importance of teamwork, coordination, and communication among players. Now correct me if I'm wrong here, but I'm about 90% sure that you cannot complete Dragon's Nest solo, due to the nature of the mechanic in the final boss encounter. These encounters often required specific roles and strategies for success, such as having a dedicated healer or people focused specifically on ad clear, or even people just focused on mechanics. Introducing incursions into the Division 2 encourages players to team up and work together effectively, reinforcing the game's core emphasis on cooperative play and social interaction. By fostering this teamwork, it can lead to more positive and memorable multiplayer experiences as players collaborate to overcome tough challenges. I'm not gonna lie, beating Clear Sky with my buddies was definitely one of the most fun moments I had in gaming, because it was so hard and we definitely didn't have any good builds at that point. That's why we were doing the Incursion in the first place. Content diversity. The Division 2 has a diverse array of endgame activities such as strongholds, bounties, control points, PvEVP areas such as the Dark Zone, and a teeming open world. However, introducing Incursions adds another layer of diversity to the endgame content to the existing modes such as Summit, Strongholds, Raids, and other longer form missions. The main point to stress here is that different players have varying preferences when it comes to gameplay and content. By offering a mix of activities such as Incursions, the game can cater to a broader range of player interests, increasing overall player satisfaction. And in terms of retention, it offers a new challenge for people to go try, a new mountain to climb, so to speak, and it will help with the staleness of the current endgame by offering a new way to go get loot, which leads me into my last and final point: longevity and retention. A robust endgame is crucial for retaining players in a live service game such as the Division 2. By reintroducing Incursions into the endgame, players who have completed the main story and the, initial endgame activities, I should probably say existing endgame activities, but whatever, the point is the same. These people need new challenges to pursue. This is pretty much the same point I was making in my "This is why you hate the Division 2 video, which you should go ahead and check out, by the way, at the end of this video. Regardless, the introduction of challenging content such as Incursions with enticing rewards, such as maybe dedicated armor sets or dedicated gear sets, or maybe a dedicated PvP weapon or a PvE weapon or whatever, I'm just spitballing here. This can motivate players to continue their engagement within the game, reducing the risk of player churn and contributing to a more dedicated player base, which is only a good thing. So in summary, the addition of Incursions from the Division 1 into the Division 2 offers a myriad of benefits, ranging from providing challenging gameplay for experienced players, appealing to the nostalgic sentiments, encouraging cooperative play and multiplayer engagement, increasing content variety, and enhancing player retention in the long run. It can revitalize the game's experience and foster a stronger, more committed player community. So that's it. Those are my thoughts on Incursions. I'm incredibly excited for them to come back to the Division 2 because I can't wait to get my hands on it. At the recording of this video, I believe that they should be coming out shortly. I think within maybe the next couple of weeks. At any rate, ladies and gentlemen, please leave your comments down in the comment section below. If you liked the video, please be sure to give me a like, and please subscribe for more Division 2 content. I have been your friendly neighborhood Deltah, and I'll see you in the next one. Deltah out. Peace.